Hello, Drunken Sailors. This is Bill, your Drunken Sailor, and it is Fan Friday. For those of you who haven't heard of it, every Friday we make a cocktail that one of our fans has requested us to make. Well, this week, Jekyll Hiding has stepped up to the bar and they've asked us for a pre-prohibition classic. This cocktail was originally created to celebrate the golden age of aviation, pre-prohibition years. Of course, they stopped making them during Prohibition, and once again became popular after Prohibition. And then for a short period of about 30 years, they stopped making it altogether because one of the ingredients went out of production. Well, that's back in production. So today we are making the Aviation. Let's get pouring. We're actually going to make this in a mixing glass. Traditionally, this cocktail is shaken, but what we're going to do is stir it. The use of the stirring procedure versus shaking allows it to maintain a better color in there. And also we're going to reduce the dilution on that ice a little bit so that we get those prominent gin flavors. So first off, we're going to put our ice cube in and now we begin to pour. Our first ingredient in there is going to be a ½ ounce of freshly squeezed lemon juice. We're using fresh because you know fresh is best. Our next ingredient in there is maraschino liqueur, and we're going to use a ½ ounce of maraschino. Next ingredient in there, and this was the one that disappeared off the face of the earth for several years, and that is a crème de Violette. It's got a very nice floral flavor to it. It's made from violets. 1/2 ounce. Our final ingredient that's going in there is actually gin. And now, since this is such a gin-forward cocktail, really pick a gin that you enjoy. It calls for a dry gin, and today we're using Gray Whale. We're going to use 2 ounces. And now we give it a stir. We've got our frosted martini glass, and now what we're going to do before we pour is actually garnish. And that garnish today is simply 1 cherry in the bottom. And that's going to help complement the maraschino in there. With our julep strainer, we're pouring. And there we have Jekyll's cocktail today, the Aviation. Let's give it a try. As I said, this is a very gin-forward cocktail, so make sure you like that gin that you're using in there. We've got a lot of those floral notes coming up from the crème de Violette. You've got a nutty, rich cherry flavor from the maraschino. And there we go. Cheers, folks.